told you that small daily habits are the one thing that actually determine if you will succeed in your business and not those big time wins. In this video, I'm sharing my 10 habits that have taken my business to the next level. These sometimes quite small but always consistent actions compound over time to create massive results. And if you want to transform your life, stay tuned as I reveal my secrets to building unstoppable success habits. Habit number 1, say no. Saying no is just as important as saying yes, and this one is just as easy as it is difficult. However, I would like to challenge you. Are you a people pleaser? Then stop saying yes to freaking everything. There's so much to unpack here. God, this habit alone deserves its own video, and we might actually do that at some point. However, what happens when you say no to things? First of all, you give more room for yes. You are setting boundaries, which again makes more room for the things that are actually within your boundary. And not only that, I actually just came across a video talking about studies that have been done that show that people who are dealing with depression, anxiety, and burnout, guess what they all did? They said yes to way too many things. Saying no is pretty much like putting your mask on the plane. Like they always tell you, put your mask on first before you put them on somebody else, because you only can give your best if you are at your best. And being at your best requires you to say no to things that don't align with your values, goals, or even your calendar. And I know subscribing to the channel is the best thing you can do for yourself right now to improve your business and life. So hit that subscribe button. Habit number 2, time blocking and time batching. Time blocking and batching means you really choose a time frame to focus on the things that are important to you, to focus on the things that are important to up-level you, to focus on the things that move the needle. Now, how do we start time blocking and time batching? And I do have a full video on that on my channel. For this case, I'll give you a quick little rundown of my calendar. Look at this. We time block in a way where Monday we have admin time and some client work. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are client focused. Thursdays is when I often record videos, when I do marketing and product as well as program development. Friday is for my additional education as well as a catch up and recharge day. Now, this has been growing over the years. I didn't start out like that. So for you to apply this in your everyday life, here are a couple tricks. Set up your dream week. This is my dream week. This doesn't mean that I always am able to implement it 100%. So tip number 2, be nice to yourself when you are implementing this habit. Track your time clearly so you know how long tasks take. You remember that task that is just gonna take you 5 minutes and 3 hours later you were still working on it? Yeah. Which brings me to Parkinson's laws. A task is gonna take as much time as you give it. But to give it the right amount of time, you need to know how long it really takes. You say, I'm gonna give this time a whole week because you did not set a specific time frame. It's gonna take that long because you're gonna procrastinate till you have to get it done. Let's not do that. Let's know really how much time things need and then batch them. And again, give yourself a margin for overflow. Life happens. That's why Friday is my overflow day. So things can go south, or client calling, or me being sick, or whatever it might be. Now I want to know from you, how do you plan? Are you using a virtual calendar planner, or are you all paperwork? How do you plan your week? I personally brainstorm on paper and then take it into the digital version to easily share it with the team and be able to access it anywhere and anytime I am. Comment below. What's your preference, virtual or paper planner? Tip number 3 that goes straight into this too. Schedule me time. You can't just spend all your time on your business. You need to schedule me time. And if you're like me and you love what you do, this might not be quite as simple. However, it comes back to you. It's grab your own mask first. If you are not recharging, if you are not taking care of yourself, you can't give anybody energy. There is that idea of pouring into somebody else's cup. And I saw a TikTok or Instagram reel that was talking about, no, we are not pouring into somebody else's cup. We are giving the overflow. Once our cup overflows and everything that's getting collected in that little sauce underneath your cup, that's what you give to others. For that, you need to schedule me time. Do you have regular massage appointments? Do you have chiropractor appointments? Are you going to the gym? Again, you need to refill your cup and make it overflow to be able to give to others. Now, you might not like the idea of scheduling me time because the voice in your head might get quite loud. I feel you on that one, especially just not being on the phone, not doing anything, and really letting that voice come up can get quite overwhelming. I know that one, but it's worth it. I promise you. And something you do hopefully already like is this video. So hit that like button and tell YouTube this is a video worth liking. Habit number 4 goes alongside with me time, and that's we time, meaning co-working. I love being at home. I love being on the couch. I love my me time. Yes, sometimes a busy me time because I don't want to deal with the voice in my head, but me time is easy for me. Leaving my house, making that effort of putting a face on and leaving, however, sometimes gets a little bit difficult. Yet, when I am making that effort and I am going out and I am co-working with somebody, I leave refreshed just as much as me time refreshes me. Bathing in somebody else's energy, being able to chat, just come up with ideas and meet new people can and is just as much a recharge as me time is. I am working actually right now on this habit to really put effort into co-working. So I have a membership right here in downtown San Diego at the University Club at top of the Symphony Towers. So what I've been doing is really consciously making the decision to at least once a week go there, and it has helped me grow my business because I meet people, because I'm also more productive in working because I'm sitting next to somebody that's working on their business. Guess what? You're gonna be starting to work more on your business. It's this idea of body doubling. A lot of people that are struggling with ADHD and wanting to make it their superpower have really found that body doubling, which co-working is, makes them more productive and keeps them more focused, and it gets you out of the house. Now, if you don't have something like me with the club membership and U Club downtown, that kind of thing, do virtual calls. During COVID, we did a lot of Zoom calls where often enough, I literally just had a window open and somebody was working and I was working. Go into a coffee shop, run into new people. How many coffee shops do you see that have people sitting there on a laptop? Believe me, if you sit next to them, you're going to be more productive too. Or simply call up your local business besties, meet up with them, find a weekly time slot that works for all of you to really just get together and co-work. Take half an hour to catch up and have a coffee and then get down to work. Habit number 5, therapy and coaching. Having a community, the local co-working and running into people is great, but sometimes you need a little bit more. I've been in therapy and coaching for ages. Sometimes I go weekly. There were times where I was really in the deep of it and I went weekly, and right now I'm bi-weekly in different sessions. Why? Because they call up my bullshit. I get to work through things with somebody that sees my blindness. That's like, Evie, really? Did you just hear that? Really? Now I'm lucky enough I have friends that do that too. With a therapy and a specific coach, you have a specific goal, but they also give you tools to really work through the things you want to work through and reframe those old stories and strategies. Now, talk about talking through shit. I'm an external processor. I process information by just telling the story. Not everybody can deal with that, and especially if they're close friends of mine, they love me. They get invested in that, where for me it's sometimes just a dumping of that story. Oh, cool, done, release that one, and now suddenly they are carrying it around. Having a coach or a therapist, they know how to put that barrier up and not internalize that and just let you external process that and then let it go. So as I mentioned, this is a change of things where sometimes I go weekly, sometimes I go bi-weekly. It matters what season in my life I am in and how much help I need. And it doesn't have to be a therapist. What's your goal right now? What do you want to change? What do you need help with right now? Might be a coach, might be a consultant. Those terms are at this point quite interchangeably. Just make sure they have the tools to help you. And if you don't have the money, try journaling. It doesn't matter if it's voice or written. I prefer voice because, again, I'm an external process. I talk a lot and I talk fast. Writing it out is not always my best thing to do. What works for you? There is tools and processes for you that you can do right now without hiring a therapist or a coach. However, I always have something going and I really would put a budget aside for that. Or simply join our SOAR community. The link is in the description. We'll be more than happy to loving you, kick your booty, and help you see your blind spots and do something about it. Habit number 6 is cold plunges. This is another habit that is perfect for you to focus on your breathing and thought. There's a lot of talk and researchers out there that says exposing yourself to low temperature is proven to be good for your health. You are training your blood vessels just as much as workout trains your muscles. And according to the Forbes magazine, cold plunges may even lower your stress as well as you train your body and your mind. Now this piece right here, I don't know why they lower your stress, but I know why they lower my stress. Think of cold plunges as your mind training. You are putting yourself in a really uncomfortable position. Nobody wants to be freezing cold like this. So now suddenly you are working on your mind and being like, oh no, I can do this. The self-esteem you build doing cold plunges is insane because you are not giving in the moment your brain says, oh God, I'm in discomfort. I don't want to do this. I want to get out here. You are like, oh no, I can do this. And if you can take a cold plunge, then you can pretty much take anything. You start your day completely different than, let's take this easy. No, you start your day with a hell yeah, I can do this. That's a complete different mindset. Now, cold plunges, I don't actually cold plunge every single day because I don't know where to put a cold plunge and not everybody got a bathtub and I don't want to fill up the bathtub with ice. However, what I do is when I shower in the morning, I shower cold after my regular cleaning warm shower. That's how easy it is. And believe me, it is still as discomforting as a cold plunge can be. Habit number 7, template everything. You do it twice, it's a template. Regular process, it's a template. You repeat it every day, it's a template. You literally can template everything. And this is not just time saving, this is brain saving, this is efficiency at its core. And the time that you will save by building out one good template, girl, that stuff is gonna save you hours and hours every single week. Now, how you can apply that in the everyday? I wonder. I think we got quite a few templates for you that lessen your ClickUp discomfort and help you standardize your processes right now, and you don't even need to spend the time to build them yourself. Now, talking about processes, one of the recent videos, I already mentioned that, and habit number 8, profit first. Didn't see the video, you don't know what profit first is? Watch the full rundown in this video right here. Profit first is the habit of applying a process and a framework to your finances. And that is not only a smart financial decision, but also a smart mental decision. You are separating your money, you know exactly what's going on, you know exactly if you can afford something or not, and you always have a little bit profit less to celebrate and make your mind happy that you do deserve that Starbucks you want and not feel bad about it because the invoice is still open. No, there is profit in your account, you get to spend it. So the first thing you want to do is go watch the full video we have on profit first and then start implementing it. Habit number 9, mind hacking. We already talked a little bit about body hacking and we really need to dive into the mind hacking too. Now, in my past, I've been a lot in fight or flight. If that is my husband fighting cancer and dying, if that is being in a narcissistic relationship, my hormones were completely off. Fight or flight, and let's be honest, social media makes us completely addicted to dopamine on top of everything. So the whole mind and body hacking and all the hormones that your brain produces is a big thing. If you do not control those and learn what's going on with those, I'm sorry, you're never going to be successful. Have I found myself scrolling for hours and hours on TikTok, getting that dopamine hit? Oh, this is funny. Oh, this is cool. Rather than working through my shit, let's be honest. To then really feel crappy the next day because everybody's got their stuff together, right? We know better that social media reels is just a collection of the best, but still it hits us different in our mind and body, where it's like, oh, the perfect world, and this is how my life is supposed to look like. Those dopamine hits are not just happy hormones, they literally make us addicted. So how can you prevent getting addicted to your own hormones? How can you level this out and really get a base level? Limit your screen time. Sleeping well. I have my place cool down at night. I have blackout curtains. My morning starts with a sunrise wake up light where it slowly increases the light, which then also helps you really get into that circadian rhythm, which we're gonna talk about here in a second, about morning routines. Little sneak peek on habit number 10. In this one, I really wanna focus on the dopamine. This book right here, Dopamine Nation, go read it if you haven't done so yet, to really take charge of your dopamine, be able to get a normal level and back to your life. And as I already hinted, habit number 10, my morning routine. After that nice night of deep sleep, my lights already go up with a morning routine where the light literally slowly gets brighter and brighter. I then open up my blackout curtains to get the light, go grab my coffee and go sit on my patio to really reset that circadian rhythm that runs physically through us and impacts so much of our mental and physical behavior. You want that light. You really want to have a good circadian rhythm to be at your best. I have my coffee first and I take time for me. I might read a little bit. I might just hang out, whatever the morning is for me. I am definitely journaling in the morning to get all of the things that my brain might have worked through in their sleep out of my system so I can start fresh and clean. I also go to my workout in the morning and I also walk in the morning to really pay attention to me first. Again, start slow. My morning routine has evolved over the years. This didn't start all at once. I added one habit after the other. However, one of the things you really want to start fast is that sunlight exposure first thing in the morning. Get it however the best way for you. So now that you are your best self, it is time to start supporting your team to be their best self. And I got a video here for you, how to be the ultimate team leader that takes all of these personal habits and transfers your amazingness to your team to run your business the best way possible. And go hit that subscribe button if you aren't yet, so I can see you in the next video.